Dude.
And we're back with the Burning Wheel. Crow Inquisitors. Gonna be great. Alright, so what we're gonna do is a bunch of math now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so each of you, we have at least 2 months and 2 weeks. We're gonna at least wait until Cantarius is fully healed. It might be a little bit more than that, but let's go ahead and go with 2 months and 2 weeks.
Alright.
So within that time, you can do a lot of different things. But one of the main thing you'll probably be doing is practicing.
Yep.
You can always describe your character like doing other things around the town. You could take an active interest in like the town's development, and Sergio. Like I'll ask Theo and Sergio's, them. I'll ask them the same questions, and see what they're doing. But Sergio is going to be a little involved in the day-to-day management of things. But each of you has a number of hours equal to 3 times your will exponent to practice.
Yes, please.
What does a gray shaded will help at all?
No, it doesn't.
Crap. So
you said 3 times your will?
Yep, 3 times your will. That's how many hours per day you can practice. The maximum, no matter what.
I can practice 18 hours a day. How boss is that?
The maximum you can practice altogether is 20 hours a day. But if you actually do that, you're going to run into sleep deprivation, and you're going to have to make fort tests. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing that. Yeah, you could get about 6 hours of sleep a day and be okay. So yeah, let's figure out what are your characters doing every day.
How many days do we have total?
Yeah, it's a good question actually. I was gonna look at the calendar. Cause let me look here. Cause I have a different calendar for the world. Here we go. Serragon calendars. I believe each month has exactly the same. Yeah, each month has 27 days.
Okay.
Let's see. This is the year. Oh, what year is this? Let's see. 3507. It's at least. What did we decide? Yeah, let's say it's 20 years before that, so let me do some math here real quick. I forgot I had actually figured out a lot of dates for these things. Okay, so it's the year 3487. And that means, let's see, there are 12 months. Year of the Dying. Let's see, that's 28. Let's see, it's at least 12 back, so that's the last death, and then 8 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it is the year 3487, the year of the storming winds. And basically the way the Garrett calendar works is there's 12 months in a year, 27 days each, and 1 month has an extra day every year, and that month, the month that has an extra day kind of signifies prophetically like what the year is going to look like. And so this year, the month that has an extra day is High Wind, which is in the middle month of autumn. And so this year is gonna be the year of storming winds. And so whatever that means, like I'm
Good
not
news for Kaladin.
Yeah. That means different things to different people. There's a bit of a what is it called? Horoscope kind of a thing if you're born on each of these months. It's supposed to tell a different thing about your life. And so you guys I'll send you the calendar for this after we're done here, and you guys can pick out a day if you would like for your birthday, if you want to. But for now, I'm gonna say it's the month of Ember Death when this starts. So it's the month.
Metal.
Yeah. It's the 20th day of Ember Death right now. So let's see, 2 months. 2 months and 2 weeks. So a week is also 7 days. Well, yeah, a week is also gonna be 7 days. So there's not an equal amount. It's not the perfect 4 weeks every month, just like our world. But let's see, 27 times 2, and then plus 13. Okay, so it's gonna be 67 days you have to work with.
Nice.
And that means it's gonna be 1, 2, the 20th high wind plus 13. So it's the 5th of Frost Creep when this is finished. So it's the last month of autumn.
Nice. Sweet.
So the month of High Wind has came and gone during this time.
One additional day then?
What?
An additional day then?
Yeah, so I counted that, so.
Okay, so how many days did you say we hit?
67.
67.
Yeah, 67.
7 days in a week. 27 days in a month, correct?
Yep, but one of those months has 28 days in it.
Well, this month is 28, yep. And then 2 months and 2 weeks.
Yep. And so I just averaged the 2 weeks to be 13 days from a half of 26. So half a month, basically.
Oh, so you're saying half month and not actually
not
2
actually
weeks.
2 weeks, it'll be half month.
Oh, okay. Okay, that changes my Excel spreadsheet.
Sorry.
I come up with 68 and a half days. Modifier 0, 67 and a half days.
Okay, so yeah, there you go, 67 and a half days.
Well, that's factoring into exactly 2.5 months.
Yeah.
You changed my spreadsheet on me.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so 67 days. So you can have the training regimen that you do be the same the whole time, but you could also switch it up. Basically, the way it works is for different. Let's figure out what skills you guys want to work on first, and then we'll figure out how many hours you have to work to get the tests necessary for those things. So what skills do you want to be practicing?
7.5 hours. Anyway.
What are the numbers for like how long you need to train and stuff like that to get stuff?
Yeah,
I know there's a whole chart and stuff.
There is.
So.
Let me go ahead and let's see here. Actually, what I can do, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop up the PDF here and then take a screenshot of that chart and then I'll send it to you guys so you can reference it. That will make this a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah.
Than me having to cross-reference this every time.
Stick it in your handouts tab here.
Yep, I will do that. Actually, you know what? It might actually be in the handouts. Let me check.
I see procedure, and dual wits.
Let's see.
Can't maximize things that way.
Yeah, because one of the procedure charts might have it.
Chart 1 does not. Chart 2, skill training.
Yeah, it doesn't have. Yeah.
What chart are you guys looking at?
Under handouts.
It's in the handouts. Yeah, they don't have the full chart in there. It just kind of has a little couple of rules. So yeah, I'll screenshot that for you guys. But yeah, so go ahead and figure out like what skills you want to be trained in. Find this.
It looks like you have to have an instructor. At least
Not for practice.
vaguely.
No.
Oh, I'm looking at skill training. Never mind.
Yeah, so you could find an instructor to learn, like, to give you tests as well, or to learn a skill that you don't have. You can't practice a skill you don't have. So
Gotcha. Okay.
You either have to make untrained rolls with it, or get an instructor to help you. So.
Do instructors help you with skills that you already have? Is that beneficial?
They can. Yep.
Okay. Good.
That's kind of concerning.
Caleb, why didn't you give us a higher DC on that observation check? I'm so close to
Right, I need
observation.
one challenging, and I level up to 4. I was like, can this be a 4 difficulty? I failed anyways.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And so, there's different types of, there's different categories of skills. And so you'll have to figure out which category that either the skill you want falls under.
Okay, I still don't see the thing though.
Yeah, I know. I'm putting it on there right now.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna be at the top. I just showed it to all you guys. I'm dropping the file in it right now. It's not gonna, when you look at it right now, it's not gonna show it, but it will show it in a couple seconds. Come on. And there we go. You should see it now.
So now, if it takes you 8 hours to get a challenging test in a month. Oh, I see. Okay, so you have to be able to do that every day. That's how that works, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I see. Fair enough.
What's a cycle mean? Just an entire skill?
No, a cycle means that's how long you have to do that per day to earn a test for it. So you can always do partial bits of this.
So we have 2.5 months, right? You said.
Yeah, 2.5 months.
Okay. Thank you.
Darn.
So one more time, what's a cycle? I don't know that I understood.
So you have to do this per day, up the amount of that cycle to earn that test for the thing.
Okay.
So if I have enough hours in a day that I can train, can I do the same thing twice in the same period of a month? Like, cause I can train 18 hours, and it only takes 16 hours to do, or it takes 8 hours to get a challenging test for sword. So if I do, can I do 16 hours in one day and get 2?
I think
1 month?
so.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
For cycle, it says 1 year for what I want to do. What does that mean?
You have to be able to train that every day for a year straight.
So, but I can't do that. So what does that mean?
Right.
Yeah,
You can't.
that's the problem.
Okay,
That would be your
no,
issue.
no, you cannot, Dellen or David.
I can't?
Yeah, it says you cannot practice the same skill more than once per cycle, so that means you can't double up on it like that.
That's lame. But I guess it makes sense.
Okay, so but the thing with the cycle is I have to be able to spend that much time on it for it in order to do anything, right?
Yeah, but you will always earn that partial amount, so you can write it down.
Okay.
There's a space on your sheet specifically for that.
So I can't learn sorceress because it says 1 year.
Yeah.
No, you can.
You can get time towards it though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can.
I'm so confused. But then,
So okay,
so do
you
I
need
not
a
get
year.
any
We only have
tests?
2.5 months. No, but
Okay.
if you can put 2.5 months towards a test. So then the next time you can add more to that until it hits a year, and then you'll get your test.
But then why would I not just go out and then make instances where I can do that instead of doing this where it means nothing?
It does mean something
Because
because
time is it does.
because we're not going to play out to
Yeah.
we're not going to play out 2.5 months, and so this is a way of earning something for that 2.5 months, even if you can't get a full thing.
So
there's also
where do I write down that?
Yeah, just wait 1 second. There's actually, I forgot you can also practice stats.
Good.
Yeah, those are actually relatively short times. So let me go ahead and drop that into another handout. So I'll show it to you. It should pop up at the top as soon as I press save on this. There you go. And so yeah, like you could practice like fort within or steel within that amount and get the full test because it's 2 months. And you could also do power is only 1 month. It looks like. Yep. So you can do power twice.
Wait, where is that? Where is that chart?
Practice 2 is at the top.
Thank you.
So I have to practice for 1 year for 15 hours a day to get one challenging test?
No, Alphonse, because that's the thing. Sorceress in
confused.
in Burning Wheel is a very different thing from magic in this world. So in Burning Wheel, it would be like
in the Burning Wheel, it's insane.
It's
Spells
like-
are ridiculous.
yeah,
it's like
it's like-
Lord of the Rings level tear down mountains.
But then also, it's like the wizardly like learn all these ritual kind of stuff. Whereas you're just practicing like by doing it.
So then what would that be?
I think I'm gonna say.
Special Misc? I like that.
Let's just make it.
Musical.
No, it's not gonna be musical.
Social.
Actually, I think it'll do it on a case by case basis. So I think for you, let's just make it medicinal. Alphonse, which is actually the same, except it takes less hours per day, but it's still.
I was
the same
planning on
cycle.
doing the other thing we were talking about, though. Not the impossible thing, but the thing we said before the impossible thing.
Okay, I mean, there's not a test you can do for that though.
What do you mean?
You're not learning that as part of a skill. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I'd make the skill.
That's not a skill, Jared. That's not what that is. Oh, you're talking about the other. The other
essential thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the other essential thing. You could have just
not
said that.
not the hurting part. That's what I said basically.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. It's medicinal.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this and I'm really seeing absolutely zero opportunity for improvement here. If it
It's really
3
slow
months-
going for training. Yeah.
So I'm looking at, like, for example, speed. I need 2 difficult tests and a challenge test. That's essentially 3 hours a month for 3 months. Times 2, so 6 months. Plus another 3 months with 6 hours.
Wait.
I don't understand how this is supposed to add together. I don't get how this is supposed to add together. Do they stack? So can I do 9 hours plus an additional 3 hours to get a challenging and a routine simultaneously?
No, I asked about
You
that.
can't. See, this is the thing. Yeah, it is.
So this is literally isn't this is broken. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to advance at this point.
I
can
mean,
get
I've
one
already gotten
test.
2 challenging sword skills, and I'm working on making my power better. So,
How does that work?
because
How are you
it
doing
only
that
takes
now?
a month and 8 hours a month to get that. I have 2 months to work with, 2.5 technically. So I spend 8 hours for each month. That's 2 challenging tests,
Okay.
Yeah, it does depend on the.
and I still have like 10 hours left in each month
Yeah,
per day.
which skill are you thinking of, Antonius?
Well, at this point, I don't even see how the math works, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, basically, like in the last 3 days of our campaign, we all went up like 12 different skills.
Exactly, and
But
that's
for
because
this-
it was really
Yeah,
strenuous.
but if we did that in this period of time, we'd all just be like a level 12
Yeah.
left life path characters
Again, this-
because
And we'd be
Things in
dead.
Burning
days.
Wheel, it's all abstractions of all
Yeah.
these systems. It's
Yeah,
not trying
I'm with
to.
Antonius on that. We'd all be dead.
Yeah, let's just try to work through it with the numbers that are there. So Antonius, let's just figure out what skills do you want to learn, or practice, or stats. I mean, you could do that too.
Well,
Because it's the thing, like if you want to do one of the lower ones, one of the ones that you have lower ratings in, that will be easier.
but yeah, nothing I do at this point. None of my stats will advance. I can't make
again,
any of my stats
That's fine.
advance.
You're just
from
getting
this
tests
number.
towards it. That doesn't make it invalid.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't really help, but
It doesn't
doesn't
help
feel like it
now.
helps. It doesn't feel like it helps. That's what I'm saying.
That's literally how practice works, though, right? Like the
no,
minutia.
practice actually helps.
No. The minutia of the day-to-day things you do, it doesn't actually feel like it helps until you have to do a strenuous situation. You realize that you know what the crap you're doing now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you go through that minutia and you don't really feel like you're getting all that ahead in it, especially when you're at a higher level in it.
I'll play with the mechanic, but I don't
I'm
get the
level 1
argument.
in it.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
play
already
the mechanic, but I
leveling
don't
up
get the
power
argument.
once. I've got super hard tests for sword, and I still have a month left to go. So I don't know what y'all are complaining about. This is pretty great.
For like story's sake, I want to do the thing we talked about earlier for the training, but that gives me literally nothing. So why would I not just do social and boost
Okay,
my?
so this is the thing.
social
You
level?
have what's your will, Alphonse again?
It's 3. So I physically can't even get a challenging roll after a year of training.
You have 9
I can't
hours
even
a
get-
day.
Yeah, I literally, if I studied this for a year straight, I wouldn't even get one challenging roll.
Yeah. See, the problem.
That's why all wizards are really old people.
Again, Alphonse, the reason that you wouldn't is because, okay, so first you don't have the skill, so you can't actually.
Oh no, I'm
practice
just talking about for this. Like if I did heal, if I studied for a year straight, I wouldn't. All I'd get is one routine and then one difficult test. If I studied for a year straight, which I don't need either of.
Okay, then just practice something else. Again, like, because this is the thing. How the essential discipline works is you have to know what you're doing. I mean, like, it's medicinal.
That's why I had that's why I have a teacher. Does that not help at all? Or
oh, wait a second, no. Oh well, okay, yeah. I mean, you can get instruction rules.
Teachers, I think, shorten that a lot. Yeah.
That's a completely different mechanic, Alphonse or Jared. But the thing that I was thinking actually.
Hold up. While you guys are figuring this out, I'll be right back. Okay.
The physical discipline actually would be medicinal. I don't actually think the essential discipline would. I think for you, I think I'm gonna make it like a forester skill. I think I'm gonna make it the 6 months time period. Because I just realized the physical discipline is definitely in the minutia of like learning what the bones are and all that stuff. The essential discipline isn't. The essential discipline is essentially like pouring energy into someone in a specific area of their body and it heals. And basically what you're training to do is be able to heal more in one hit per se. But the actual thing you're doing isn't that difficult. So yeah, make that the 6 months.
Okay. But I still get nothing.
Again, okay. You have practice time towards it.
I guess, but still, that like is that ever going to come into play ever again?
Yeah. Anytime
we
we
have a
do,
long period of time, yeah.
yeah, anytime we have practice, it's just gonna keep adding up.
This is designed so that you can be like 4 years later, and your characters aren't literally exactly the same.
But they'd be pretty close.
I mean, it's also so that you don't get it all for free. It's to make it be
Yeah.
like, okay, so believably you did some stuff. I mean, this is actually really generous. No one trains this much in a day.
Yeah.
No one sits down for 18 hours a day and does the same 2 things
Naruto
for 2.5
did.
months. Naruto is an anime character, and he's dumb.
We're basically all anime characters, David.
I don't think
It's fine.
any of us are nearly good enough to be anime characters. None of us can.
David, you have 7 in sword.
Yeah, and if I get hit once, I die.
You're like Zoro.
I can't fly through 12 walls and get up and be like, I think somebody poked me.
I mean, if you roll the high enough health test.
Again, so
No.
Alphonse, you can't get that, so focus on something else. You can get
Oh,
instruction.
no, I'm talking about healer right now.
I know exactly. You can't if you don't think that that's gonna be valuable to you. Practice something else. There's a whole bunch of other skills that you can practice.
Well, I know. I'm asking about the teaching thing. The teacher
Yeah. So
thing.
instruction. Let me pull that up.
So would that be
Just wanted to do
completely
it,
separate from this?
No,
I'd like to-
because you're still spending hours of your day doing it.
Okay.
I'd like to see if Yuma can teach me foreign doctrine as a skill.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I don't know, but I need to know how that mechanic works, I guess, to do
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking it up right now.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, so let's see. For you, let's see. It's gonna be time taken. Okay, the time for each instruction test is days equal to 10 minus the instructor's will, plus 10 minus the student's will, plus the obstacle of the test on offer. So, how many days are you willing to spend on the instruction?
All of them.
So you just want to spend all the days on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's actually
But
let's add
since
that up.
does she know how to do the thing we talked about?
No.
Could she? With the
okay,
roll I got earlier.
So Jared, I think you want to push this earlier than I think you should. I
Okay.
think you should let Alphonse be a healer first, and then
Got it.
then
Then-
let that be a
okay.
long arc. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Okay, so let's do some math here. So I'm gonna say her will is 4, and your will is 3. So that's 4 plus 3, 7. What tests do you need to advance it?
I need 2 routine.
You need 2 routine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, offhand, it's gonna be 18 days to get 2 routine tests.
Okay.
So
that goes up to 3 then.
So you've just spent 18 days of your time. So what happens is, Alphonse, you sneak away for 18 days. So people don't know where you
I mean,
are.
I want to go the entire 2.5 months.
Oh, okay. So you just leave.
That was just
I mean, at that point, we're going to be hunting you down.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing, Alphonse. Okay.
no. I didn't even know it.
No, again, but like you can't do that. Like your orders are to stay there.
I thought you said it was within the vicinity of the town.
It's not that close. I mean, it's within like 3-4 miles, but I mean, it's still a ways.
3-4 miles is like a 30-minute run for probably Alphonse.
Well, okay, so maybe it's a little bit longer than that. It's like 9 miles out or something like that.
And we have
not
horses.
Right by the town.
That's like not even a day's journey.
Okay, fine.
Caleb,
Yeah, what's up?
It was a good circles roll, Caleb.
It was.
What,
it was a good
um,
circle drill.
I mean, are we not going to ask you where you're going every single day?
wait,
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
can I finish my question, please? I've been holding this for like 15 minutes. How do we know what falls under what on here?
It says in my book, but they should be relatively straightforward. Like you should be able to figure it out. But if you have a question, just go ahead and ask me. Like, what do you think?
Like observation? What would that fall under?
Good question. Let me look.
That was fun.
Observation is a forester skill, so.
Of course it is. Of course it is. What would get back on track be? I need one routine. I need one routine roll for that to
Sorceress.
level it up.
Yeah, I kill them too.
Definitely
Seriously?
sorceress.
Man, 5 hours a day for a year before I get to level that one up. That's just a routine test.
Yeah, well, we see. I've been doing that test every day for my whole life since I've been doing role playing games, and I still haven't gotten that far. So,
What roll?
get back on track. Roll. So yeah.
What would you classify Oh, sorry, you're not done with that.
Observation is forester.
What?
Observation is forester.
Like a person that cuts down wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basic because it's like grouped in like with hunting and tracking and all that stuff.
That's a long time to figure out how
And
to
apparently my magic system.
Man. Okay. So how does learning a new skill work with teaching? Because I have a half month left, and I have 2 hours in 1 month or per day, and then 6 hours per day for another month, and I don't know what I need to take to get that.
Can't do that. Do that. Can't do that.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to do that. All right.
See, I mean, technically, so how many hours is that?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
How many hours is that altogether that you have still?
I mean, I'm only allowed to do so much. So I only am allowed to allot 2 more hours for the first month. I'm only allowed to allot 6 more hours for the second month, and then I have all of my hours in the half month. That won't help me any because it's a half month. But so in total, I have the 18 for the half month, but then for a full month, I actually have 8 hours left.
Yeah. Okay. So what are all of the hours that you have available to you still added up all together?
Yeah.
Well, it would be.
So it's 2 hours, 2
26.
hours a day, 2 hours a day for 1 month.
Right. 6 hours a day for another month, and then 18 hours a day for half a month. I mean, I have 18 hours a day. I could pick something else for a half month too, but I haven't done anything for the half month yet.
Oh, you haven't done anything for the half month? Okay, let's just start there
just
because I think
okay.
I at least know for at least the instructor it takes up the entire day, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for the person being instructed.
Okay. Is there a chance at the time I need to do it, the cycle will be less than a month?
Yeah, well, because it's the thing. Like, the days are based on the will of the students and the teacher, and the job of the
both
test.
have really high will, I assume,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's look at that real quick. So, all right, you have 6 will. She has 4 will. So and she's trying to teach you foreign doctrine.
Yep.
Ah, this is super cool. I like this.
Did you kill the wizard lady?
Doctrine. Let's see. It's a school of thought.
No, that's not good.
So
Those are super long tests.
Again, but instruction is easier though.
Right, yeah.
Instruction, it's so what tests do you need? Are you learning the?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay, so that means it's gonna be.
Unless you can I have doctrine, so if I can fork something, if that'll help, I don't know.
No, I think they're learned separately.
Okay.
So all you need is routine tests then, because you're learning it.
Right.
So that's gonna be 2 plus. So it's gonna be 12. The problem is gonna be 12 days per one test.
Well, how many days did you say there were in a month?
27.
So that's I can get 2 tests then in one. Or no, I only have a half month though. Dang it. But I do have hours in the other months to spend. I don't know how that really works.
Yeah. Okay. So if you wanna spend up all the rest of the time doing that, I'll allow you to just open the skill.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
So you'll open the skill at half your will. So, or no, it's half your, half your perception.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Can I do will instead?
No.
Yeah.
If I have if I have a skill that's being learned, I can't do any training towards it.
Not without a teacher, I don't think.
Yeah, you need an instructor, or yeah, you just kind of do this.
Someone able to teach me brawling?
Yeah, I mean, you make a circles roll, right? Like.
And I have
I mean, I
brawling
could
as long
if
as
it
I don't
was-
need the instructor skill for it.
You can do it untrained.
Oh.
And I think the ob for a routine test, which is all he would need, is a 1. So it would just double to a 2, and it's based on your will. So Dylan, like, you could totally teach him brawling pretty easily.
Cool.
The problem is
Connor
you
would
don't have
probably
any.
be better at it.
The problem is you
But I'm
don't have
dying.
any time. And
That's
yeah,
true.
the other problem
Yeah.
is Cantarius. So Antonius, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you can find, like, you don't have to make a circles roll or anything. You can find.
It's not going to matter. I don't have enough time anyway.
You don't have enough time. Okay.
I'm leveling other stuff.
Well, that was really productive. Holy crap.
Well,
No, I got the skill 4 in Doctrine. I got 2 challenging tests on a 6 sword skill, and I got my power up to 3.
And you know the reason for that is because you have a freaking 6 will.
Yep,
you just
that was
pushed
intense.
yourself to practice 18 hours a day
that
for
much
2.5 months.
you're the only one who can be that productive in a span like
I am
that.
disciplined.
So Antonius and Antarius and Alphonse are just kind of like lounging around for half the day, and Della is just out there training nonstop, or having philosophical discussions with Yuma.
Yeah.
The guy's a
So
maniac.
now, real question: what are we gonna do about the fact that Alphonse keeps disappearing?
Oh no, I'm just gone the
dying?
entire time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we're gonna
See-
go hunt you down after
Yeah.
like the
I left
third
you a
day.
note.
Why would we believe a note?
I mean,
Okay,
well,
so
it's a
question
very
though. So,
persuasive note.
I'm going to.
What?
Somebody else.
All right. My
Oh.
question: do you have the right skill?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay.
What
Very
is your
high.
right skill? Yeah, that's what you do.
so Caleb,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
have 14 persuasion.
You'd get 2 extra dice.
intimidation
black.
would be social, correct?
Yep. Social.
Okay, so then I need 3 more difficult challenges or difficult rolls, and then 1 more challenging roll. So I'm assuming, and social takes 1 month. We have 2.5 months. So I'm assuming that for the first month, in order to get a challenging and 1 difficult thing, I have to practice 12 hours every single day for that month, and then the next month I can try
You
doing
can only
another
get
difficult
1
roll, right?
test
You can
a
only get-
month.
You can
I
only
believe.
get
1 test per cycle,
so-
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, if you did 1 the first month and 1 the second month, then yeah.
Oh, so I can't do a challenging and a difficult of the same
No.
skill at the same time? No.
No,
Okay.
but you can do a challenging in the first month and then a difficult in the second month
Okay.
because there's 2 months.
Open the map.
So
Okay. So I'm gonna do that.
and then whatever other hours you have in the day, you can fill too.
Yeah. How many hours do I have?
3 times your will.
What's your will? 3. Okay, so you have 9 hours a day.
An actual
Half of my.
That's-
That's crazy.
showing, like, a whole power.
Maybe I should just increase my will.
Yeah, will is an intense stat. Like
Yes, it is.
it's insane. It does like all of the things.
But that
Yeah,
takes a year
It takes a year.
to.
Holy buckets! It's a long time of whipping yourself.
Uh-huh.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst.
This whole mechanic it's very hard to work with.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. It's pretty.
16 hours for a
Doesn't work.
challenging will test.
16 hours
I can't-
a day.
I physically can't do that.
That's crazy.
I have
should've
to
done
have
that.
a
I
higher
should've got.
will in order to do
And
that.
again-
I should have spent the
that's-
whole time getting my will up to 7.
That's why it's easier to it's easier to have those moments of strenuous will that you have to like fight against than to try to practice that every
On your
day.
own,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
like that's
Yeah, not even without a teacher. Or with a teacher. Oh, yeah.
I'm not even entirely sure you can get an instructor for a stat though.
Oh, well, I mean, like, you can get a personal trainer for working out. I imagine you
that's
could get
true.
somebody to teach you to be more focused
I
and disciplined.
suppose, yeah. I guess you could. I don't think it says
I-
necessarily in the rules.
Yeah.
Can I find a professional chess player?
I mean, yeah, that's a skill called
Uh,
strategy
uh,
games.
Can I find somebody who is
Sure.
willing to instruct me in will?
Oh, and will?
Yeah.
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 I'd do it if I wasn't busy being a boss.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone.
I'll do it if you pay me.
Oh, that's teleportation thing. It's not that.
What's your
Yeah,
will again?
3.
Three.
So, what are you guys doing with
Okay, so
what are you guys doing with Min and the Abyss while you guys are practicing and whatnot? Like,
I mean, for the, like, 4 hours that I'm... Well, no, I guess I'm sleeping for those 4 hours. I was going to say I'd be watching to make sure people don't try and, like, jailbreak them. Alphonse, Theo.
What?
But
Okay, well,
I don't
Theo.
really have time to do that, because... Yeah.
Yeah, I jailbreak them.
I mean, then I'll just have to hunt them down and kill them, so don't do that.
I'm going to go now because I have to go buy a pillow for a friend who's staying over the night.
Ooh, I do want her to give me the Abyss to do a astrology reading or whatever on one of those days. I want to get a what is it, astrology or that she has? Yeah, I want her to do that once. That again.
what do you mean? Do that once?
Can't she like predict the future or whatever?
Sure. Yeah. What do you want her to do though? Like,
My future.
just have her predict. Have her predict your future?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't completed a full cycle, can we get half the hours for that final half month, or do we just all end up with
You get
half
the
cycles
full
of
hours,
stuff?
you just only get to do it for half of the month. So next time
So
you have
we
it on
end up
time...
with some ethereal
Yeah.
metadata on
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
And
And then once
write it
you have
down.
enough time to
That's
complete the
incredibly
cycle...
useful. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
That's
sorry.
incredibly useful.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't specify that earlier. I thought I did, but yeah, I mean,
No, I haven't done anything with that, but
Yeah, none
Yeah,
of the practice
that's
time goes
incredibly
away.
useful.
Like it doesn't just get wasted. Every moment you practice, every day that you practice this stuff, it counts and it will always keep counting forever.
We're not getting wasted.
assuming we actually have a place
Well,
to
I
power
mean,
it.
Alphonse is, but...
Is there a place
No.
to tally it anywhere?
Yes, there is. It's on your
Yeah,
sheet. It's I know it's somewhere. I think it's in information. I mean, you could just write it in the notes, but I thought there was a specific place.
I see nothing.
Yeah, I don't either. Oh no, right there, practice log. It doesn't have a window, but it's on the right of the skills and stuff.
You still gotta calculate out the rest of the things I get too. You
Yeah, I
only
was
did
just about to
18
do
days.
that. So you have 18 days spent, and then you advance. So what do you need now?
I need 1 challenging, 2 difficult, and 3 routine.
Okay, so let's just do the 3 routine then.
Okay.
Let's see. So it's 2. Right, 2 plus. And I technically I should be rolling for these instruction rolls, but I mean I'm not super worried about it failing. Like I don't think that would be interesting to the story, so I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. So, and your will is 3, so plus 7 plus 6. So that's gonna be. Wait. I guess I did that wrong before. Yeah, it actually takes longer than that, Jared, to get those routine tests. I don't know why I gave you 18 before. It's actually going to take 30 days to get that.
To get 2 routine tests?
Yeah, cause what it is, it's the amount of days is 10 minus the instructor's will, plus 10 minus the student's will, plus the obstacle of the test. So the obstacle of the test is 2. Your will is 3, so you're adding 7 to that. So you're just not very teachable. And her will is only 4, so it's 6. So that's 30 days to get those tests. You have 37 days left. So you can get 2 more routine tests. And then you have 7 days to kill that you can't really get another test on. So
yeah, filler storyline time. Woo.
So yeah.
But yeah, at some point I want the abbess to read my future.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I was gonna look that up. So how detailed do you want this to be? Do you want this to be like just a horoscope kind of a thing? Like you will find someone that gives you something in the next month, like, something really vague? Or do you want like an answer to a specific question?
It's not necessarily an answer to a specific question, but something less vague than what you just gave.
Yep, there is a middle ground between those. So it's going to be Ob 3. So it's like determining the auspices of a journey. So it's basically going to be like, what is your life going to be like in the next couple months? And I think this is going to be after you're done with that teaching. You can come back and yeah, she's going to go ahead and do this astrology roll to figure this out. So yeah, what's she been doing? Have you guys like locked her up in the abbey or something, or what? Like, I mean, because she's not the abbess anymore. She's not qualified to be that. So.
But she's not qualified to be the abbess anymore? Why?
Probably just like a cell or something. I don't know. Like,
because she lied about being the abbess in the first place. Or I mean, she became the abbess through sketchy means. Is what I'm saying.
I know.
So yeah, she goes ahead and succeeds. So yeah, I mean, I think what she's gonna say is basically you're going to be presented with a choice. You're going to be able to choose the path of good or the path of evil, and what you choose will decide more than you could ever comprehend. And that's what she says.
Okay. And then I kill her.
And then Theo comes and runs you through with a pitchfork.
No.
I mean, a glorified pitchfork. Sorry.
I'll just persuade him not to. It's fine.
So, what are your guys' tests looking like then? What are your guys' tests looking like then? Are you finished with yours, David?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you mark them all?
Yep. 2 challenging swords, bump power up to 3. Got the skill for.
Cool. So once we get all these tests figured out, we'll kind of like go through like what your months look like in the montage sense. But I'm imagining Dylan like being in the courtyard of like the compound, like lifting weights and.
I have a question. Can I use now? I know her skill isn't higher than mine, but can I use Yuma as an instructor since she has the same skill as me and cut that like way down? Like, can I spar with her?
Absolutely. Like,
Oh my gosh.
definitely.
Yes.
She's really good with the sword. So
Yeah. I think we have the same skill.
yeah. So let me figure that out. What were you using for that? Before
It,
like
it was.
how many hours per day of what months?
It was martial, so that was 8 hours for a challenging, 4 hours for a difficult. I just gave myself 2 challenging. That's all I did. So I had 2 8-hour
Okay.
periods.
That makes sense.
I would like to get 3 more difficult tests if I could. Just kidding.
So let's
work.
look at this then. You have a high will, so this is so you want challenging tests?
Well, that's what I was giving myself.
Right.
at the
So
time,
you're
yeah.
2 challenging tests is what we're doing.
Right.
Okay, so let's look here. So it's 3 for a challenging test as a base ob, and see, I'm probably gonna have to roll for this for her.
Okay.
Because there's a big chance that you just won't learn things.
Well, I mean, if it's gonna be a worse outcome, I'll just take the training by myself. But
that's the thing. Like I mean, I didn't give her instruction in my first initial like creation of her character, but I mean, I want to be fluid with what I'm actually giving these NPCs for skills because I like to be able to add them at my will. You know, just because I think it would be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to have you have instruction. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna roll this for her. She obviously has the sword skill, so I'm gonna fork that in. And brawling, so I'm gonna go ahead and fork both of those in because she knows about combat. She's good at it. So this is gonna be. I mean, it's just 3. That's all it is. It's a base 3. So this is gonna be for. Let's see. This first instruction is successful, and the second instruction is also successful. So let's see here. It's gonna take a number of days equal to. It's gonna be 26 days for those 2 tests.
okay, so I get it in 1 month instead of 2, basically.
Yeah. So
Sweet. Now the problem is that we kind of just hand waved the other stuff for the half month. So what do we want to do with that for the foreign doctrine thing?
that's fine. I mean,
'Cause-
like, this again, it's a routine test that you're getting. You're just learning the basics of it.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna bother rolling for it because it's really simple stuff. And she has a 5 in instruction, so.
All right. Well, and actually, if it was, it should be the same pretty much because it would have been the same amount of time. And
I already counted that as that time. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and then in the second month, can I do it for? Can I get her to teach me difficult tests?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, can I get multiple tests in a month through training?
No, because it takes up a full day for each of those.
Okay.
So.
Well, because you said I got the 2 months and the 2 tests in 26 days.
Yeah, exactly. You got the 2 tests in 26 days, but that's like 8 hours per day of those.
Right. Yeah.
So.
But I mean, like in this next month, can I get like 4 difficult tests since it's 4 hours?
Well, again, the time it takes is based on the difficulty of the ob, or it's based on the ob. So I'm gonna.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're doing difficult tests now, it's actually, let's see. You need 3 of them.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be.
Convenient thing about this is it shouldn't actually change any of the math. I don't think so.
It's 36 days.
It takes longer to get the difficult. Oh, because I need more.
You need 3 of them. Exactly. If you'd only needed 2, it would have been 26.
All right, but then I have that half month. So does that? I mean, it depends on how willing you are to bleed off the time for it took to do the foreign doctrine, since we kind of hand waved that. Because this is the second month, and technically there's a half month after that. So I have that amount of time, and we're only using 4 hours a day.
Sure. That's fine.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just bump that up.
Now. Guys, I have 7 gray sword. That means that it gives me 2 dice when I put it into other things, which I'm never gonna do because it's the only thing I roll. But I'm so excited.
Yeah. So.
So
Josh
happy
is
right
just shaking his head.
Yuma's not my favorite person. I'm just gonna quit and go do this with Yuma instead because she's cooler.
Cantarius